Hello everyone, welcome to the start of the 2026 downhill season. I'm back on the island of Tasmania, just off the south coast of Australia, where unbelievably you actually need to be wearing thermals. It's freezing here. It's even been raining. We've got a little bit of a new track. Some changes have made it a lot more technical. Here we are at the top. Hey. Bonjour Team France.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour monsieur, ça va bien?
How's it, bud?
All right, mate, how are you? Right, I'm going to go, yeah, there's a new drop.
Nice
to see you, mate. I'm going down to the drop. We're going to watch Teo nail it. So straight out of the start, old track went here. This year, for the first time, they go in here. And off this massive drop that we're about to see demoed by Troy Brosnan, no less. Oh, beautiful. And it's so steep, they have just kicked the very lip off it. You actually want to get your back wheel, I believe, kind of on that very steep bit where those bushes are, but in first.
Robert.
Hello mate, there goes Troy actually, excuse me. That was Luca before him. Piece of a Met flew off it, landed right down there, it was crazy. So time to be made here if you're up for the risk, and it goes straight into another drop there. It's pretty hard to control your speed for. There it is from the bottom. It is a pretty steep landing all the way down here. Asa, hello there. Asa said it's weird because normally, you know, in World Cups they jump out as far as they do, as far as they go down. Here it's like almost a vert drop, then you come out maybe a cut 2 or 3 meters. Yeah, good. But the new thing I think with this new top section, and it is new, is as you'll see down there, it's a lot more technical, and there's a lot more opportunity to make time. A few cambers and that coming up. Drop 1, drop 2. And look at this, can't help but notice just, we've had a bit of rain overnight and the soil is actually as pucker as it gets. You know, the features are one thing, you can make maybe a fraction of time on those parts of the track, but ultimately you are hitting them jumps much the same speed. These are the sections where the time can be made. What do you reckon, Matteo?
Wow.
Good?
Yeah, good. Figured out the line because it's still brand new.
Yeah.
It's not
maybe set up a bit higher, huh?
Yeah, but we've seen Booker going high and then inside was pretty good.
Sneaking right round the inside?
Not full inside.
Just
outside,
I gotcha. There you go, showing us how to do it. See how tight it is? Way slower and tighter than last year's. Big hole here you gotta miss. Are you going through the hole or around the edge of it?
Oh, we know a hole around here.
Hey?
Not the worst hole I've been through.
You said it. maybe the cleanest. And look at this off camber, that is wild. There's no line on it whatsoever yet.
Left, right, left.
And this like is where you could blow your race right here. Drop low, have to come out of there with a pedal, it's over. Chaos, holds it high, nice Chaos. Beauty. Edgar, oh, whoa. He didn't hold it on that high line where Chaos was slipped into that tree, nearly caught a pedal. I mean, that's how quickly a race run could end here. Yeah, it's difficult, really difficult. Look at Teo with the trial skills, I can't believe it. Still it carries on down, super narrow. Not that difficult for these riders, but when you're going fast, mistakes can happen. Little gap here, off this. Just cleaning over the back of this little route, and then you've got to hold it on this camber as well. And it's flat, really flat here. So if you don't get that right, it's over. So for me already, in this year's Red Bull Hardline Tasmania track, there's a lot more jeopardy, right, for the riders. Not that there wasn't enough before. Blind lip through these V of rocks. I don't know. Always looks nasty to me. I'll have a look at the other side, but you know, whereas most riders might aim there, I think if you want to win it, we're seeing riders land right down there by those rocks, which is actually crazy. That is a sick looking feature, yeah. But you know, from there right down here to these rocks, catch that, you're in big trouble as well. I think it was Asa went deep off that last year. Into this berm. Oh, the sand is looking perfect, eh? Look at it, dude, it's perfect.
Money.
Woo! Down and in here we come, and now we come to what I would call Jackson Goldstone section after what happened to him a couple of years where he flew out of this section into a tree, destroyed his ACL, didn't race for an entire year, came back here last year and won. Pretty impressive. That line was here. This is gone. This is done. They've made it way more technical and made the exit a little bit slower. Big turn on the way in now, and a lot of talk about whether this inside line would open up. It hasn't. Everyone favouring coming right round the outside. You can see how fresh it is. It's soft on top of the rocks, mossy, loose rocks everywhere. You know, sort of stuff that can catch you out in a race run. You need to be pinpoint accurate here. There's a line there, and actually Aaron Gwynn yesterday jumping from where my feet are over that and that, and he said, I said, did you mean to do that? And he said, yeah, straighter. So what do I know? Horrible, nasty. What we want to see. And this bloody tree here is the one that took out Jackson Goldstone. Looks like Canon knows what's up when it comes to advertising. Got themselves the Shroud turn. There she is. You'll be seeing images of that all week long. Big drop in. Who's hiding under there? Hello, mate.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, look at his spot, eh? You shooting wildlife or mountain biking?
I'm just lurking.
You can get arrested for that. They call it loitering in the UK, with intent by the looks of it. And this is a pretty big step down. I wouldn't underestimate it. Out of that Shroud turn, you got to get that right, really. You need a bit of speed for this. Some riders jump right over there towards that tree and try and cut it. Others will come off here and use that berm. I'm not sure what's quicker, are you?
Yeah, well, Jackson's almost touching the tree on the side.
Jackson's on the left.
No,
We've got confirmation the line on the left is faster. Yeah, yeah. Jackson's, you can see, is that where he's landing, that little dirty patch? And then he's cutting the turn, is he?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be quicker, isn't
You
it?
can see his tire latching the outside.
It's way shorter. Yeah, thank you, sir. Straight out of that turn into another fresh section, new section. I think it went there last year now. Just opened it up a bit. Another awkward camber into a compression there as well. You know, you can see there is way more opportunity for riders to make time this year. Like, there's a lot more what I would call kind of traditional tech, if you like this. Yeah, this is going to be good. This is kind of what I would say that this track might have been lacking, a little bit of tech, so they've addressed it, and it's looking, yeah, it's looking like an even better racetrack, to be honest. Look at this blind sort of rock here, and then the landing is literally on the back of that like curbstone. It's not particularly big, it's blind, it's on a turn. I think it's really horrible. It looks like nothing in the live feed, but like you're in here and it's just a pop onto this really steep rock, but I think they probably back wheel past it, a lot of them. Yeah. And this is the approach to, is this the biggest drop on the track? Probably the biggest drop, right? Yeah. Tallest one. How are you, Nico? Nice to see you, mate. Here he is.
You too.
The boss man. Mate, I came up with, in the lift with Asa.
Yeah.
He's quite chill, isn't he?
He is.
He's quite amazing to be around, actually. Yeah.
Grew up like watching this stuff and loves to be able to do it.
That's right,
He's just
mate.
happy to be here.
Yeah, he loves riding, doesn't he? And we got Aaron on your team as well, the Gwinster, and he's at a Red Bull Hardline. And did you expect him to come here? That's mad to me, really,
I
but
told
brilliant.
him if he wanted to be on the team, he's in the game. So.
There you go, the boss man put his foot down. That's how we do the contracts.
Stoked to have him here.
No, it's great to see him here, mate. It's brilliant, actually, to see him here, isn't it? Yeah. And dealing with it. Loving it. Yeah, it's cool. I'm doing the course preview now, mate. Won't be doing it on the bike. No chance, bro. They're blowing. They're doing full runs from the top, I reckon.
They must, because he just said he dropped.
Yeah, and he was here.
Before we know it.
Last year, Dan Booker rode the log, came off it here, nose wheelied, nose bonked off the end of that. That was a cool moment.
That was so cool. I'll never forget that.
Oh, dude, and look at the difference. Jumps right to the left to give himself the best line into that turn. That is 13 meters vertical down there, that drop. Mad. Oh, wild. Luke Smith, World Cup winner last year. Oh, that didn't sound good.
That didn't sound very good.
Fucking speed of that, dude. There it is from here, big old berm. And this is one of the most, I think, intense little parts of the track here, because they whistle around this at some pace and into this huge gap over this log. 14 metres that is. What's that, 45, 50 foot? And the riders usually like flick it in the air to get ready for the turn on the landing. That kind of shows you how big that gap is. Colossal, massive. Oh, there she goes, dude.
Yeah, hang on. I need to get some of it.
So there's the landing. In here, hard on the brakes. Bit of a rut forming, and this intense section continues. Bingo bongo, we've got a rider. Now, you wanna, holy crap, how did he get through that gap? I was gonna say, you wanna be up here on the right. That was insane. I wonder if that's gonna be quicker, just direct to the berm, but... Dude, that's quite a narrow gap. Are they, is that now becoming the line? You'll carry a bit more speed out, won't you? On the upper line, I guess. Here he is. He might be able to tell us the answer. Good timing, three-time world champion Sam Hill. How you doing, bro?
All right, bad you?
All right, mate. Enjoying your hardline?
Yeah, getting a few things done.
Is the anti-inflammatories working for you?
Yeah, I might have to double up tomorrow morning. Jesus.
It's only day 2, mate.
Yeah.
Now.
Ankles are coughing it.
Yeah. God, some track, innit? Have you tried that line through there, Sam?
I got stuck there last year, but you just have no, you get shit speed coming out.
God, it's horrible.
It's quite, you got to slow down heaps to go here.
But then you whoosh out, do you?
I tried going like real low into that bank and then going off next to the fern.
Oh, like really there?
Yeah, 'cause then you tap this and then you lose on the exit. But
Do you?
all them dudes that do the Wombat, they got to go up here. But
Is that it? If you, oh, you got to.
just out of turn, yeah.
I tell you what, if this man can't make an inside line work, eh? It's over. It's over. Yeah, the Wombat gap. Wow, look at that. Through that little gap. That's mad. Is there plenty of grip on them green rocks then?
I wouldn't go in the middle, you got to go up the Wombat.
That's awful.
You really took me out there, Rob.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. It was a bit of an emergency. I thought there was a rider about to hit me. I was about to get smoked.
Fucking oath. Didn't know you were capable of such
You
agility.
You never, no, quite agile, mate. Used to be a cat. Gracie. Yeah, it's a nice line in that berm, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've been around a couple. It's not my first rodeo. But look at the line across those rocks on the outside. You drop into this berm, and as Sam said, if you're going to do this Wombat gap, you've got to take that high line. And someone yesterday said to me when we were walking that you won't win Red Bull Hardline Tasmania without doing this. I disagree, actually. There's plenty of room, especially on this new track, to make time. But this might be one of the gnarliest, or the gnarliest move on the track. It's absolutely huge, way bigger than it looks on the feed. Look at the gap. Tree on the left, tree on the right there. Coming out of a turn, bit of a compression there. This is your take off this rock. And I'm going to pace it out, see how far it is. But I've been around a couple. It's not my first rodeo. But look at the line across those rocks on the outside. You drop into this berm, and as Sam said, if you're going to do this Wombat gap, you've got to take that high line. And someone yesterday said to me when we were walking that you won't win Red Bull Hardline Tasmania without doing this. I disagree, actually. There's plenty of room, especially on this new track, to make time. But this might be one of the gnarliest, or the gnarliest move on the track. It's absolutely huge, way bigger than it looks on the feed. Look at the gap. Tree on the left, tree on the right there. Coming out of a turn, bit of a compression there. This is your take off this rock. And I'm going to pace it out, see how far it is. But I reckon that's about 8 metres. What do you reckon?
No one's gapping it today.
Ain't they?
Not yet.
Oh, really? There you go. That's how wild it is. But yeah, a serious section of track this is. No one doing it yet, not going quick enough. So that's going through the gap, not over it. And it's crucial because from here, they're off the brakes down, there were a fast right-hander down there, and then onto the big highway section. YOLO. But the big dogs will jump from there to there, and then for absolute perfection, they take off there and then clear down to there. And yeah, you'll see it in the live. It doesn't look like anything. It's actually wild out. God. You can hear how rough it is and nasty. Remember, they take off and land on that shit way faster than that if they do the Wombat gap, yeah. So now we kind of leave that top section behind. This right-hander here kind of sets us up for the next part of the track, the highway down through the fernery. This turn, Bernard Kerr told me, is the most important turn on the track. And you can see it already is breaking away. It's pretty solid at the end, but that'll break up as well. But to no break it apparently is wild. But if you want to win, you're going to have to, because you will carry that speed all the way down this straight for a long old way. Yeah. Big pull on that step down out of it. So it's the little 60-footer, 20-metre jump in the middle here. Break things up a bit.
On the vlogs.
Oh yeah, look at this, eh? Got another world champ here, mate.
Yeah, there we go.
Track's littered with them.
I know.
Just saw Sam up there.
Yeah.
So you went riding. Are you limping as well?
No, no limping.
Oh, so just gangster, is it?
Yeah, just the gangster
It's
swag walk.
just the wrist. So you ended yourself the day before you come here, Charlie.
I know. Queenstown for 2 weeks. Had a great time. Got the bike feeling mint. And then, yeah, last run, last day, had a huge crash just before flying out. So.
And did you have a big one here last year on the Wombat gap?
Yeah, I did.
In quali, wasn't it?
Sounds like I crash a lot, doesn't it? I don't, I promise.
No, I know you don't. No, you've just had a bad run in this part of the world.
Yeah.
Pretty wild camber, difficult always. More difficult this year because these posts have been moved down. They were up there, the rider saying they could sneak more across the top. Bit of a line coming in though, luckily. It's loose. A few janky rocks in it, nothing too bad. But you definitely got to be completely off the brakes and letting it run along here, that's for sure. End of the camber, catch berm here. Need to be good on the brakes. This bit hasn't broken up as much as some of it actually. Probably getting some water on it where it's out in the open a bit. So just after the camber we come into this whoop section. It's been dug out this year. It's way dirtier than it was last year. There's a high line in as well. No one, I don't think, really uses that. No one bothers with this, do they?
Not really.
Too slow, mate, isn't it, eh?
Only just for looks.
Just for looks. That's why Matt Jones used it so much last year, showing off.
Now he's not here, but I'll take it.
You might as well take it down now. Matt's not here, that's right. But look at these. Hey, double in. It's massive double in, isn't it? Look at it. And then off the brakes, lean back, try and hit the front wheel on the top of each one of them and down there. Have a look. Wild. And there was a gnarly rumour going around that someone, I can't remember who actually, whether it was Aether, they went to the point of measuring it out. It's 18 metres from here to there, and someone was on about trying to jump the lot. The consequences of that going wrong don't even bear thinking about. And look at the size of the dig outs now. See where they've just took the bottoms out. So you don't really want to be trying to ride down the backside of them, maybe the last couple, but you've got to skim 1, 2, 3 down into this stall wall. One of my favourite features in the live. A lot of riders will scrub it, they'll still land right down there. Some riders will just send it. All about carrying speed into that right-hander. Getting down towards the last sort of few turns before the container. This drop always catches my eye in the live. Obviously riders are going like stinky. If they send it, land there and get a weird bounce on it, can kind of disrupt their braking, and you can see a few incidents here. Another little compression just on the top of that rock there that can squash the bike, unweight it here. I mean, you miss your braking point, you get late here, and you know, we saw Ronan's rock right there. He had a massive one there last year in practice. Big injuries, and quite unbelievably, he came back to win the Leger World Cup. What a boy. Little sneaky line down here last year, a little bit further down the Australian line. I might have found another one inside this tree and straight up there. Look at that. Whoa, that's perfect. That actually eliminates 2 corners. Everyone's going to need to be on that, and it's going to line them up for the Australian line better and all. All right, chaps. How are ya? All right, mate.
Yeah.
Good.
Excellent. Excellent. Ready for a cider.
It's only 10:30. It's thirsty work, mate. Thirsty work in the woods. So look at that. Off that camber there, everyone's going to be using it. They haven't moved the markers, I believe, from where they were last year. And instead of using this turn and that turn, it's over the top next to that yellow, just to the left of that stump, much straighter. Going to carry way more speed onto the container and down the rest of the track. Sounds like a rider's coming. That is an absolutely enormous landing for an absolutely enormous road gap. Riders last year were landing a little deep down here. They didn't like it. They've taken 1.2 meters off that lip there. So this now, at its shortest point, is 20 meters, 60 feet. And the speed that the riders carry through this turn, looks like riders using the inside, perhaps with a bit more grip this year with the moisture. Yeah, you absolutely can't believe how fast they're going, and how fast they're going towards that, the shark fin. This is a big jump, this shark fin. First one that takes them out of the wood to the sweet spot that gives you the speed on the back side of that case pad there. 23 meters. And it was actually mad to see Jackson yesterday, like upside down whipping off this thing. Holy crap. Yeah, never seen anything like it. A little bit further down from that top shark fin, here's the second one. Look at it. Look how steep it is. And riders last year approaching that last jump down there, over 80k. I think someone did 81, 82. This year with a firmer ground, they expect riders to be doing over 85 kilometers an hour. I mean, could you actually imagine leaving that at 85 kilometers an hour? That is huge. 23 meters across there. What's that, 75 foot minimum? Riders doing way more, 80, 90 foot if they land deep on the backside, which many do. Yeah, crazy. Last sequence of jumps. Massive. That is a massive step down. It is huge from stood from here, honestly. Horrible. And riders saying that if you tag that landing there, any of this, you're not making the finish line jump. Although I remember Matt Jones last year did tag one of these and did a backflip over the finish line. So what a downer, let's know. On the on-off, and then down to the big one. And then this absolutely enormous jump to finish. Just measured it at 72 feet, around 25 meters. Steep takeoff in it though, makes it one of the highest. This is going to be an incredible race on Sunday. I think we've got the best lineup for riders we've ever had at a Red Bull Hardline. The big three are here. They've won every Hardline race since 2022. Jackson Goldstone, you know, injured his knee here 2 years ago, had a complete year out, ACL reconstruction, came back last year and won. I can hardly believe what I saw. Went on to become the World Cup champion, the world champion of the sport. He is the man to beat. Ronan Dunn, big crash here last year, but he's back. He is flying on his social media. We've been over in Queenstown and NZ. He looks good as well. Still the only rider to win Wales and Tasmania in a year. And of course, ace of a Met. Who can forget just how fast he was here 12 months ago? It's his first elite year. He's going to want to impress. He made a mistake at the top. He caught Jackson all the way down. Didn't do the Australian line. Yeah, it would have been close. So we're going to see what he can do as well. You know, and while we expect the winner to come from them, it's not guaranteed. Troy Brosnan's here, third last year. What can he do with a year under his belt? One of the greatest World Cup racers of all time. Sam Hill, he's an 8-time world champion. Probably won't push for the win here, but it is amazing to see him on track. Luke Meyer-Smith looking hungry for it, the giant rider. Won Lake Placid World Cup race last year, so we know he's got the pace. Ollie Clark, first elite race for him, like Asa as well. You know, he's going to be keen to impress. One of the top juniors, Bernard Kerr, 3 times a winner of Red Bull Hardline. He's here. Aaron Gwynn, it's his first. One of only 2 men to ever take 5 overall World Cup titles. His pedigree is real, as is Lucas Shaw's, a 3rd in last year's World Cup season. You don't want to miss this. We are scheduled to go live at 2 p.m. local time on Sunday. As you can see, there's a little bit of wind about, a bit of rain about as well. Keep an eye on it, but this is going to be phenomenal. This is Red Bull Hardline Tasmania. Let's get this party started.